Okay, sorry about that. I just wanted to test things before we started. Alright, hello and good evening. It is the boy named Sue, coming at you live straight from Big Potato, as per usual. Gonna continue on with day 5 of our first playthrough of Disco Elysium. We're gonna try to be, finishing up a lot of the side quests kind of stuff. I don't think we're gonna be facing Ruby by the end of the day today, because we've got the meeting set up with the people to get our gun back at 10 o'clock tonight. So I think that we need to keep ourselves busy enough to make sure we have that before we confront Ruby or anything. And we'll be streaming Disco Elysium for around 2 hours tonight, and then we're gonna be taking a little bit of a break, and then we'll start back up again, and we'll be playing Evil Within instead around like 10:30 or so. Be continuing on with the DLC. Sorry, I was trying to walk the complete wrong direction there. What is on the ground?
A rusting marsh. On.
Ground.
Alert. Off.
Should we fuck around with the crane?
A rusting marsh. On. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Okay, can we do anything else?
And, with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. This crane was built with a purpose, which has now been fulfilled. To move this container.
What's inside the
Who
container?
can say? All you know is, it's special.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Yeah, no, it
The
was.
crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all.
Fair enough. Can we walk up and look inside the container? Okay.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Maybe? I can't tell. I think we should investigate
You
further.
do? Because I don't.
What? Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
I don't know, Kim. It just feels
It's
special.
a cargo container, detective, just like all the others.
He doesn't even look
We
at
are
it.
not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
Knock on the
No
door.
reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container. You
Open the door.
attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Let's see our bonuses. Erratic yet thorough. Been in the world for 2 days. Been in this world for many days. Carious world. Icosahedral diset sirens. You know what? What's the worst that can happen?
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
Lieutenant looks startled. Using my body over my
Now
wits.
is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Alright, nothing more to do here now. Let's just move on. What do we have for side quests, side tasks kind of deal? We need to go back and do the traps for the Phasmid. We need to find Idiot Doom Spiral's jacket. We have to wait for the signal with the spirit still. We need to find the fire that killed the hangman. We haven't found that, so we definitely still haven't found a way into the secret passage. So I guess our other little task we can try to find is a sad song on tape, sing for karaoke. I like how this is priorities besides catching the supposed murderer. I don't know what's gonna happen when we find that ruby lady, but I can't imagine that it's gonna be anything good. With the way that the game was like actively warning me about it. My morale is really, really low. Can you just go down the stairs, please? Why do you keep turning around? Why is this game like this sometimes? What is happening? Thank you. It's like every time I would like make it halfway down the stairs, he would just turn around even though I'm pushing the stick the same way the whole time. Okay, let's buy some morale boosters from this lady. The yellow roses in the window. Those aren't the flowers that were left for Glacier.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Where do you buy shit at?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Excuse me, I have the tear bag but no tear. Can I still use the tear
No.
machine?
You need tear to use the tear machine.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
I'll take some Hypnogamma.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
I'll take more
Okay,
Hypnogamma.
here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
And then we're gonna heal once, and we'll just get one of these
here.
while we're here too.
I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Okay, bye-bye, buddy. We'll heal morale just a little bit. I say it every time, but this song just lives rent-free in my head, I swear. This whole soundtrack's great.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of the show here.
I don't want to spend $50 on sneakers.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
I kind of want the Froggy Sports Visor, though.
Sporty and practical, officer. Good choice.
Try again. Maybe you can find some interesting sunglasses in the box.
No luck.
Oh, that visor.
Hey, at least it might actually offer some protection.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe.
I already bought that
No pro-
visor. How did I find that visor in there when I've already bought it? Does he not have any tapes?
Everything's still cool. The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
What about the pawnbroker? Did he have anything? That's the sign.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinket. All the old...
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
That's a no. Alright, well I guess we're not gonna buy our sad song on tape then. Guess we'll still have to find it somewhere. Have I been up there? I have, but you can't really do anything. Okay. So we need to come out here and put the crickets back in that one trap. And then his jacket's up there by the dock. I remember that. So like I've said before, when I'm playing this game, I'm very, very, very new to it, and the style of it, and the way it works and everything. And even after I've played it for so long as I have, I'm still figuring things out about it because it's so unique and different from things that I've played before. But, I just found out the other day, talking to other people, that you can fast travel. And I thought that was kind of crazy because I've been walking around like an idiot this whole fucking game. Okay. So we need to go the other way. But for right now, we'll come up here and grab that jacket. It is going to be up here. Gross. to read the description of our sports visor. Malformed green frog of the visor seems to keep an eye on your surroundings. A beady, suspicious eye. The lime-tinted cellophane appears to be poorly molded. The imprint says made in Safre. You see, that reduces our perception by 1, but it increases our logic by 2. So the only thing that really improves is perception. Takes our logic from +3 to +1, but then perception goes to +2 instead of 0. Yeah, whatever, just wear the fucking visor for a little bit. This filthy rag has been at the mercy of the elements for quite some time. It's streaked with seagull shit and abnormally stiff from God knows what natural processes. You can't even tell what brand it is.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Man, how did this jacket get so disgusting?
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it?
Think about
it. It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Okay, but what's the crust made
Somehow,
of?
it was carried or dragged to the boardwalk. If not by human hands, then perhaps the feral dogs that prowl the beaches at night. The faint impressions of many footprints are also present, though it's impossible to tell what kind or how many. Suffice to say, the jacket spent some time on the ground before someone draped it over the railing.
What happened once someone put it on the railing?
The crust is hard. This jacket spent at least a day baking in the sun. Who knows what happened to it then? Somewhere, high above the city, a pair of seagulls trace loops through the air. They are like the bombardiers of the aerostatic brigades, gliding above a target-rich environment. All of a sudden, the bomb bay doors open, and their white glittering payload rushes to the ground. Splat, an explosion of white on a man's shoe. A curse goes up, but the birds do not hear.
Why did I just spend all this time thinking about seagull shit?
It's too late. You've already thought about it, and now your hands are covered in muck.
Maybe if I wipe my hands on my pants?
What? No, then it'll just be on your pants. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
Okay, are we gonna put together the fact that that's dumbass's jacket, though? Because it's obviously his jacket, right? Do we just go back to him? I don't know. We're gonna go up to the trap first. I'm trying to remember if this was the trap, though. I want to say it was. Right? I want to say this was the one.
The reeds dance slowly around the empty trap. The trap's netting trembles. No insect sounds or movement anywhere.
Release the
The
locust.
locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Good. Now that's done. When can we get to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
He doesn't want to. But if there is one more cryptozoological runaround, he must force the investigation back on track. This better be it.
I don't know. I think that there's gonna be another runaround. I report to Lena and the Whirling. Okay. Let's talk to Idiot Doom Spiral first. I'm walking the wrong way. Maybe tonight, when we send Kim away, we'll go and talk to that one lady and try to get Harry a date. Something tells me that the chances are still going to be pretty slim, though. I know that with Kim there, the chances are just about non-existent. But Doom Spiral. What's that on the ground? Is that money? And you guys just haven't even picked it up?
Tequila Sunset.
He nods in appreciation. I found your jacket.
Ah, tequila. I knew you'd come through. That's fucking great, man.
Found a little more than I bargained
What's
for.
that supposed to mean? Let
Nothing.
me see. What? This isn't my jacket. My jacket was beautiful. This is fucking filthy. What am I supposed to do with this?
What do you expect? You left it outside for a week.
I'm not taking a disgusting pile of hobo rags. I may be in an irrecoverably decaying orbit, but I've still got standards. Either bring it back the way it was before, or find a dumpster to burn it in.
You know, despite the guano, it looks like the jacket itself is stain resistant. It may just need a good scrubbing.
Be seeing ya. Wash the dirty jacket? Where am I supposed to wash the dirty jacket? Oh man, this is getting so fucking... Can I use your washer basin? Washer lady?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I found this jacket, but it's filthy. Can you wash
I
it for me?
can wash it for you. But it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
Hell yeah. No, we must run around ceaselessly. It would be torture to stay put.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
The lieutenant says, rubbing his thigh. Yeah, I'll wait.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you take better care of it than its last owner.
Alright, I'm off. Oh, it's enclosed now? Fallen windbreaker. This windbreaker is like a protective cocoon, placing the wearer's torso into a pocket universe where wind, water, dirt, and fire cannot harm him. Huge writing, 100% synthetic, is proudly displayed on the chest. It lets absolutely no air through. Warning, item is not actually fireproof. Okay, so it gives you plus one pain threshold, +1 half-life. -1 on drama, which we're already -1 on. I don't think we need it either way, you know? Oh, I didn't realize we had found these tapes. We have a tape player.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Sorry. Press
You
play.
press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Press your ear against the
It sounds
speaker.
like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know, this is the one, the real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to that Claudia told you about. Perform it. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing this.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand.
Oh, we have to do
The
that.
lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Sorry, I'm trying to make sure that I've actually, like, interacted with all of these, because that was something else that I was really, really bad about.
You stare
interacted
at the
with
now
this?
familiar.
Yes, I have.
The greatest innocent. The porter reel is just what you needed.
Okay, we had already played that too. Okay. Let's give this idiot his jacket back. We don't need it.
Tequila Sunset.
Okay, here's your jacket, freshly
My
washed.
jacket?
Yeah, the one you had me clean the seagull shit
A
off
look
of.
of consternation crosses the man's face. He looks at you, then at his bottle, then back at you.
What the fuck are you talking about, Tequila?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Rosemary, what the fuck is Tequila talking about?
Aye, that's the jacket you stole 2 weeks ago. From the kid who was making it with his gal on the beach.
That's disgusting. I've never done anything like that in my life. You're both delusional. Found. That's medium concept stuff.
It becomes abundantly clear to you how this man managed to lose his keys, business, friends, and girlfriend. I'm calling it. It's neurological.
I went through some dark shit to get this for you. Take the fucking
You know what?
jacket.
Fine. Maybe I can pawn it for some booze.
Aye, good thinking.
Alright, bye-bye. Be seeing ya. An absolute tool bag. Okay. Excuse me. Alright. Let's see if I can figure this out. I don't think that I can figure this out. Somebody told me that there was a way to fast travel on the, Maybe they were fucking with me. Or do you...
The worn map features the patchwork grid.
Whatever, let's just keep walking. Go talk to Lena. I don't think we get to do karaoke until the nighttime. We can try since we're down here, I guess.
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
The elderly woman smiles up at you, hopefully. I restocked the empty trap. Where's Morel?
Thank you for doing that, dear.
She manages a smile
Her
for
smile
you.
is weary. Her earlier ebullience has left her.
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him.
It's probably for the best. It's awfully cold out there in those reeds.
I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
So, who's gonna check the traps?
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
Once more into the breach,
That
then.
really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
Fuck that cough. It's not happening. The insides of your lungs are lined with tobacco, a powerful antibacterial agent. You are unstoppable. Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up.
What's wrong? You seem different.
Different? How?
The half moons of her glasses reflect you as she looks up at you. You're not telling me the whole story.
It's not that.
She doesn't know how to end the sentence. What is it?
It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer.
And when a police officer asks, you must answer.
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream? Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not.
But Morel told me you'd seen it. You also told me.
Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
Are you saying you made it up?
No, at least I don't think I did, but Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That, And for years, his belief made me believe too.
That I am a queen, an extraordinary witness to grace.
But now, we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything. He's hiding. These things are tough on him. Matters of love, not violence or deceit.
Okay, first tell her that her marriage hasn't been a lie.
An acorn is not the same as the tree. That requires time, diligence, and care.
And I need something good
All
here.
qualities these two seem to share in abundance.
Wrong or not, your relationship with Morel isn't just about the
But
phasmid.
it is. We've spent years searching for the phasmid, hunting it together. Without it, what are we? Just another pathetic old couple. If I hadn't led him down this path, he could have a steady job lecturing at a university.
Morel hated lecturing. You convinced him to do something real in this
But
world.
if the dream comes to naught, what good is it? No, the thing is,
She looks down at her
I
legs.
was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I arrived, on our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologists, if I didn't tell him that story...
She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking.
He'd still be into you. That's not how these things work.
Maybe, but then why do I not dare tell him? I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it lest I start crying and waste more of your time. What you have to know is the Insulindian phasmid probably does not exist. Let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life.
Are there? Some of the other things are pretty bad.
The hell with this. I still believe you saw the phasmid.
A true believer. Sometimes I still see it too. The real memory of it. How it was there. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart.
Rising, unfolding from the reeds on a hot summer's day, like a benevolent god.
Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
Are you sure you don't need help getting to Gary's?
Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered. And then a taxi home. It's not so bad.
Right, you do that. I'll check the traps one more time.
Really?
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
No one can stop you from finding the phasmid.
Goddamn right. Can I have your address, just in case there's news?
Okay, it's 1113 Tabernacle Road, Jamrock, but...
A sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it.
Sorry, I muted because I had to sneeze. Rest of it's pretty grim. Thanks for bringing some light.
You're welcome, sweetie. I'm glad it helped you, even though it turned out to be a...
The sentence remains
A dream.
unfinished.
A fool's hope, say her lips moving in silence. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, the cold, coastal wind blows.
We should go to...
Somewhere out there, a kilometer to the southeast, A gust of wind shakes the felled building, rattling dusty windows, beckoning with strange coldness. To ask the wind once more.
Okay. We need to go to the Feld building.
Hey, was there something you needed?
Well, well. Bringing him that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
Gart, I need to sing karaoke
No,
now.
you don't. It's not happening.
Yeah, but Johnny Law is about to tear it up, sad
The
style.
whirling doesn't need more sad style. That's one of the styles it can do without right now.
Why do you even have the PA system if no one's going to use it?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
What happened in
A
44?
lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
Okay. It's not a prop, it's for your clients. I know it's
Okay,
used.
yes, it's for some clients.
I'm a real client. I've paid my bills and I have the right to use the karaoke machine.
Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
It's alright, I have my own song with
The
me.
man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard. This is the look of a man who's defeated. He knows he's out of excuses.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
Fucking victory.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself. Oh yeah, time to do the damage.
Alright. Are we ready for this shit?
The stage is
Hold
all
on.
set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Oh. Look, Kim, I'm gonna sing karaoke.
I can see that.
Lieutenant steps away from the stage, ready for your performance. That's the
Immediately,
mic.
a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand? Hands. Where do you put your hands? Does someone feel like throwing up? I do. A little.
God damn it. Look around
There
the room.
are some people out there, but mostly a post-meridian slumber has fallen on the premise. Not super lively. It would be wiser to perform in the evening, no? But the choice is yours. Yes, you could always do it in the evening. It will be less scary with a lot of people.
We'll do it later. Lame. We'll have to increase our drama. Alright, that's trap.
The trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak and unhealthy. A few lie on their backs with their legs twitching. Still, no phasmid. Poor things.
Decades-old concrete defenses. Children play on them now. Save that. I was gonna level it up, but wait until we like fail the roll or something. Up this way. Sorry, I'm trying to remember where the fuck I'm going.
Just dead and dying locusts, and the slow swaying of surrounding reeds. Poor things.
Boardwalk rises to your south. It casts a long shadow over you. Sorry, I'm walking around the building to see if it triggers the shivers. Beats talking about down in the reeds near close to where the trap was, though.
A few locusts trudge along the wall of the trap. The rest are piled in a heap in the corner, dead. No phasmid anywhere. Poor things.
Not sure which way they want me to go here.
The trap is filled with dead and dying locusts. Most of them aren't moving anymore. You still can't see a phasmid anywhere. Poor things. A row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall, with another 7 shades
Oh, this is not what I wanted to do.
A cold sea behind this building, the other one.
What is that sound whenever I'm trying to interact with that? I feel like I'm missing something. Because whenever we were talking to Lena, it said come back to the failed electrical place. I'm not seeing what else we would be doing
A
down
few
here.
poor things.
And we've checked all 4 of the traps. And that's just the way that takes us to where Ruby is. We definitely want to be going this way, right? Yeah. That is a negative Ghost Rider.
Yes?
So I'm looking at things that we can go and try to like do while we're waiting, I guess. Did I see a check involving that cockatoo book?
A cockatoo is a parrot. This book talks about the delicate nature of twos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. This, perhaps in the words of, it must be glorious to behold, despite its banging name. Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their pet owners also. It is not recommended to get.
Sorry, I'm seeing if, like, I missed any options
Fair
there, I
weather,
guess.
T500.
Remember the weakness that you were looking for in that ceramic armor? Like maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt? Or personal favorite, frequency something radio weapon. None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it because the armor itself is impenetrable. Or invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
The trash container stands in the spring. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds
Okay,
a muffled
well there's
moan.
nothing here. So I guess I can't count on that list of things. It's on the map.
What do you see?
A bunch of shit we've already looked at, Ken. I guess let's go check Gary's before he leaves. Before they leave.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Why am I looking at the wall?
Yeah. Why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have...
The spread pattern of these bullet holes makes your chest ache. Your breath grows heavier. More old bullet holes. Half a century at least. From the revolution.
Examine
You
closer.
peer into the faded marks in the stone. They peer back like an endless row of tiny black holes. Sweat starts trickling down your brow.
This is bad mojo, man! Fucking horrible mojo! The end draws near!
Your chest feels tight looking at them. It's closing in, caving in, ever tighter.
You okay there?
Lieutenant's some voice cuts like a blade, bringing you out of the stupor. Yeah, I'm
You were
fine.
looking pale there for a second. What are you looking at?
These bullet holes look like the bullet holes we saw before.
Bullet holes generally look the same, so probably. But you're right. More old bullet holes from the revolution.
Man, how many people got shot during that revolution?
Plenty.
The streets ran red with blood. Dust swirled above the ruins. The pressure change from artillery fire ripped people apart in the top floors of the building above you.
Well, that's fucking dark.
The door is closed again. Nothing to do here anymore. You hear someone inside, walking from room to room. Whoever lives here must be back home.
It's Gary. We know that it's him. I think I'm running out of things to do. I'm gonna have to make some moves.
The Copper-nado is back. What do you want?
Nothing. Just was curious to see if you had anything to say.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Can I go into your room, Kim? Can I go into my old room?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. The window stands broken.
Room has sat all over it. Reminds you of your own. You don't know anything about me. You feel someone watching you behind the glass door, woman. Well, yeah, it's her. It's Glacia. Sorry, I'm just kind of like
Wait,
checking to see
stop.
if we're missing
That
anything.
man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
That's what she said, yeah.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old.
Where is this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Kim, how old do you think I am? How old do I look?
How old? 58.
Oh my god, that's really old. Really?
You asked.
What if you're wrong? We were both wrong about the deceased. He turned out to be 40.
42. And he was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week.
I feel like I've been decomposing for longer than
On the
that.
bright side, you've been getting a lot of exercise lately.
The ravages of Algol are nearly as extreme as that of death itself, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
There's silence. Then a little more. Here it comes. Mercy.
Sure, you're 42. Let's go?
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Bring it on. I am not afraid of the
To
truth.
the laboratorium.
Oh. So that means we have to forget about something in order to think about that. Let's forget about this one. Out of all of the ones that I have. Yeah. Okay. Let's date of birth generator going. See, there's all these different thoughts that I've just missed walking around.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Where does this lead to?
I don't know, Lieutenant Yefreiter. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
Do you think it's important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers.
Tap on the roof with your foot.
A dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind brace rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building.
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
See, the main investigation and the door below are merging into a stereo investigation.
I hate it when that happens.
Push
It's
the door.
barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Okay. Time to take a little drinky winky. That's what'll increase our physical ability, right? Yeah. Let's do the potent Pilsner. Can I not drink? Why can I not drink? Okay, weird. Okay.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Our bonuses: +1 anti-object task force, initiate, and then also expert. Alright, kick the door in.
Something cracks inside. It is an unbelievably satisfying sound,
Nice.
filling you with a belief in your own body.
Sounds like the property damage wasn't in vain, at least. Would it hurt to look in?
I thought it was an Aces High moment, Kim.
I don't know about that.
Lieutenant smiles an uncomfortable smile.
It totally was.
Alright, all this new stuff. There's a tiny hole in the wall. You see a bedroom on the other
You
side.
can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
I think I can see into Class A's bedroom
You
from
can
here.
barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
Boring footprints. I want to jump to sensationalist conclusions.
What were these people doing?
You
there?
lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural there. Sensationally unnatural. If your mesolimbic reward pathway were to venture a guess, one of the bottles is probably being put somewhere it doesn't belong.
Oh no.
And were your glands to venture another guess, they would add to that another bottle is being put somewhere very close to that. The bottle is a bit smaller, you see.
Oh. Okay, that's good.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
This is good. He likes it. There's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop.
It was a stereo investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, adding a new fact to consider.
Okay, what does this
It
mean?
means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, leading to the roof, from where you can shoot our victim. This is significant. This prints, officer, could be the prints of our killer.
Let's have a closer look then.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways.
The prints look like one person went back and forth.
Between that and that.
He points to the elevator doors in the corner and then to the barred door. This print doesn't look like the odd soled print we found at the hanging
The
kennel.
size looks about the same, actually. They are not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
This doesn't look like the worker's boots from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Okay,
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Let's move on. Thought that I saw, like, a little wheel pop up. One of those red bubbles whenever we were down here before. The pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted. Pinball maker's coat. Damn it. Sorry. This dusty old coat used to belong to someone called M. Knifelox. The name is stitched into the silk lining. It smells of moths and ancient engine grease, but fits you perfectly. A strange, lonely emotion fills you when you tighten the belt around your waist. Gives you +1 empathy and +1 hand-eye coordination. Schematics for a pinball machine, futurism themed. Boxes of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. Okay, interesting that somebody's working on pinball shit up here. Small windows taped shut with black plastic, you can't see outside.
This seems to be some kind of workshop for fixing up pinball machines a long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Doesn't look like that pinball machine will ever get fixed.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
This used to be a pinball
Looks
workshop.
Like I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
He taps
A
his
creak.
foot.
Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the artists bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Whirling Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is all left over from that.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Could this mean the Whirling Rags really is part of the Doom
If
commercial
that's
area?
true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this. It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and Gart ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counterspells.
Yeah, no, he should. We figured that part out. It's that 2mm hole in reality. Oh wow. This pinball is white Diora. The backglass shows a female figure in mourning. A note, NB, the spare key is tied to the bush outside the quarter room window.
Over there, in the corner.
The pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
Kim, are you seeing what I'm
The
seeing?
pinball machine. Gordy's Goats, a classic.
Wait, you've played it?
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Let's take a closer look.
Ah, great.
Lieutenant
Cornelius
Size.
Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Come closer to read the text.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Mundi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people. The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
What's with all the goats?
Indeed. Think of them as balls.
Okay, go ahead and insert coin.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease. Go, go, Fingerboy.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
Wait, what kind of guy was he
The
then?
kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
A racist mountaineer?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by a wall-mounted hunting trophy, from every continent.
That is not cool.
He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man.
I'm sad. I know a lot of people. Known a lot of people.
But you seem to be having fun.
I'm pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board. And although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Natural selection. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Concentrate and aim for the narrow
Maneuvering
passage.
a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass. The words "Pale Rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid, nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. Lucky goats. The fog looks soft and inviting. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. Hit the pads as fast as you can. Maximum attack. Not even a bullet can get through. The amount of focus it takes to predict when a ball goat is in striking range is staggering, but it can be done. Focus. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
Kim, it can be done. Just watch.
I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake, and then it's all over.
Stay on the ball.
How, if you can't even see it? The last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee. It killed itself to spite you. There goes nothing, finger boy.
Well, some other playthrough, I guess.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
This door is connected to the one upstairs, but how do we get
There must
through?
be a key somewhere. Probably somewhere in the whirling. It's not too important. We can get in and out using the roof door.
Yeah, but now we're all the way down here, and I don't really feel like walking all the way around, you know?
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside. Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88. This elevator must have been used to transport pinball machines to and from the upstairs workshop.
It says the last maintenance was in
That
88.
it does. I say, let's brave it.
So this elevator was last maintained in the future?
No, it was maintained in 88 of the previous century.
So it's not a message from the future.
No, I think the bureaucrats just forgot about this backroom elevator after the revolution.
So it was mostly pinball machines riding this elevator.
Seems so, although it's pretty quaint for a freight elevator.
He taps on the guttering light bulb. It's golden in the dark.
There are large rectangular buttons. monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken. A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long, long time ago.
Those doors go up. You have anything else to say to her?
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
Turn to that later. And let's take a look at what we're wearing. Try to increase this drama. So right now we're at -1. You see, that's +2, but doesn't matter if I take off the bow tie, the horrific necktie. Oh well. We'll put it back on. I'm sure it won't matter that I took it off. Mesh tank top. I guess the other one would be the one of the jackets with the little fun slur on it. That's good. No, does anything that I'm currently wearing decrease it? Yes, we need to switch those glasses out. Okay, so that's +4 to drama now.
You finally made it, haven't you? People point fingers at you and whisper to each other when you pass by, wondering to themselves, where did that man get such a cool jacket? Did he receive it upon graduating the École Normale Supérieure de Badasserie? Is he dangerous?
Damn right I'm dangerous.
You are very dangerous, my friend. Dangerous and cool. In fact, no one dares to say a single thing about the jacket. But believe me, they are all very impressed.
I mean, just take a look at this guy for a second and how he's dressed. Look at that. Gloves, the jacket, the fucking frog visor, the cavalry boots that he's wearing, and then the jeans. God-ass jeans.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
Okay, 92%, that's a lot better.
Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not the most fair and just at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately, before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first. See?
You just come out the gate and be like devil woman. Oh man. You know, I think you didn't make that call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
Say nothing.
She stands before you, holding her back very straight.
Your real name isn't Classe
I
Amanda.
agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Her voice cracks suddenly. There's a garrote around her neck.
Tighten it. You've got her.
Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
Good, you can tell me the
You
truth.
log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
She looks at her hands, her fingernails are chipped white.
She's not lying now. She really is very tired. Her metabolism is failing her. The afterglow of whatever narcotics she's been taking is wearing off.
Was the passport bullshit too? That passport you kept hidden?
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Mea Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
She fears an arrest right here and now. This has been an awful turn of events for her.
Where is this boy?
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds, on the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
The wind rises, so do the hairs on your back. Somewhere west, small bubbles rise from a plastic ball floating in the water. Rusty, the color of oversteeped tea.
I know where they're talking about. What's happening?
Long, spindly arms are spinning the boy around, turning it, inspecting it like a magic 8-ball, trying to find a way to snap it open.
Nothing is useless.
West of the boardwalk in the reeds? You have to check this boy out.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here, past a broken sewage pipe, right near the waterline.
Tell me your real name.
It's Katarzyna Lazie.
The smile on her face is timid, almost painfully so.
It's a Grad name, Jimsk or Yugo-Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music-infused alcoholism.
Hold on. Katarazini Alasie is not an Oranye's name, is it? It's not even Munde. It's Grad.
My parents were Zhimsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranje. Alasie is my father's name.
Of course, she doesn't look like an Oranese woman at all. She's...
I should have guessed you don't look Oranye's.
I've always had that going for me. Oranese women do not win beauty pageants at 14.
Finally we meet Katarazani.
She nods. Her round eyes meet yours. They seem moist from the wind
Katarazini,
on the
whatever
roof.
the fuck you said your name was. You're probably not even Miss Oranje 37, are you?
I am. They can never take my sash and my scepter from me.
Yes, they can, for lying. She
Enough.
nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next. Ready for the damage. She knows you're grilling her.
What if I told you that you're under arrest?
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
She backs up against the railing with a forced smile on her face.
Failure to aid a police investigation. Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
Failure to aid a police officer. You wasted our time in a time-critical
The
investigation.
lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please no.
Her eyes become round with fear. She tries to back
But there's
further up.
nowhere to go. A two-story drop to the Plaza Mosaic. If she could, she would have run before. Fragile, unshielded. Her voice is thin and tired.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says, gearing up for this betrayal is hard for her.
Ruby.
Why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
What she's saying is sex.
And what is that?
Sex. And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
Lieutenant narrows his
A
eyes.
little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Yes, but what was their relationship outside this unequal power dynamic?
What was your relationship like before this conflict?
We spent a lot of time together, listening to the radio and such. She had great milieus, and she was good company. I was sorry it had to end.
What was that question about? She's feeding her friend to the wolves here. It also has startlingly little to do with arresting her, you suddenly realize.
Sounds like she was fixated on
This
you.
is just an assumption.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself? The lynching? Yet again, you're coming up with this. The worst thing is, it may be true.
When Ruby said that there would be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased, was she threatening you?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
She looks through the window of her room.
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
And how could she have killed him?
She could have had access to the roof. You've noticed that door there, right? Maybe it leads downstairs. She could have come to the roof through that, then taken the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Okay, that's it for Ruby.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Why? She told us some pretty interesting things there. Don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid. And she's beautiful. She's stuck here. She's already in prison. Look around. She's only trying to help you.
Who?
Her. Stop letting her distract you.
That's all good, but I think we should still take you in just in case.
Still? After all this, sir, please. It's a shitty world, and I know I'm shitty too. I know.
Her hand turns into a fist slowly, crushing the cigarette she's still holding.
But I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern and ground into paste just because I disturbed the sanctity of accounting. That's some multinational.
She's gearing up for a last stand. This is it.
What do you deserve,
I
then?
don't know. To spend my days with smoke, drink, and dance, wallowing in shit. Just like everyone else.
What other option do I
You
have?
have those station calls, right? Where I have to show up at the station or I'll become a fugitive. You can write me one. You don't have to take me in right now. I promise I won't go out anymore at night. I'll be right here. I know you can do that. Just let me come in on my own. In 2 months, or maybe even 1 month. That's all I need.
You do have the form.
He looks at your ledger.
That's it. I'm calling it. Kim is beyond compromised. Definitely, sire.
Will have changed in 2 months, or 1 month.
Everything could change. This city, the extradition rules, the people after me could be in jail. Or maybe Revachol.
She falls
There is
silent.
desperation there, in that silence. A cornered animal looking for a way out.
Maybe Revachol could be free. I could be tried in a free Revachol. An independent state that doesn't hand its detainees over to the moral intern.
A free Revachol. There is a low, distant rumble on the motor tracks. A great machine shaking the pillars down south. Electricity runs up your spine.
I find that hard to believe, miss.
The handcuffs jingle in his hands. What was that feeling?
It's coming.
I do like the sound of that. Another Revachol, free, independent.
The world can change. It's changed before.
Her round, light brown eyes shining with
Her
tears.
political overture has succeeded, we see. This was her last card. There is nothing more she can say. The final decision is yours. You alone stand on the throne of your mind.
I've made my choice.
She looks at you in silence, her face filled with fear, lips parted. Wait. If you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her. You'd be without your partner for the rest of the day. Shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
Let's write you a station call. If you miss it, I can't help you anymore.
I won't.
She takes a slip, shaking visibly, then she collects
This
herself.
may have been a grave mistake, sire. Maybe, maybe not. Mercy is rarely a complete mistake.
I promised I will be right here all the time, nights too. I'll help you any way I can in this investigation, and I will be at Station 41 in 6 weeks. I promise.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger. You are. This is not the end of this.
What can I use? Oh. Whatever. It's retryable.
Nothing happens. The sky is low and cold.
Silence, officer. Wouldn't have thought you the silent type.
What else? Where's that stuff? There you go. Give me the good stuff. Ooh, the lolly.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
Hold on. Shivers his physique? Oh, well, you learn something new all the time. I guess we just did drugs for no reason. Let's put on Man from Hyundal. That'll increase our shivers, it says. Put on the scented scarf. Put this on. I think that should be enough, right?
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
A warm column of air rises around you, encircling the building you stand on. You feel its twisting shape, bits of paper and birds on the thermal, along with several million liters of water, all rising up into the great Insulindian sky.
Why does it rise?
Because it's warm, from the gathering spring, from the oceanic current flowing into the bay, the people on the streets, and the machines that hum in the harbor. Heavy fuel oils, too.
Shut up.
From the vapor, a great cumulus is formed, a cloud castle 1,000 meters high. A flock of seagulls screams, hitchhiking on the thermal. They too are part of the procession, the honor watch.
For whom?
For her, the guest, waiting.
Is she safe here?
As safe as you keep her.
What is she waiting for?
For Gloria. Soon these clouds will all fall down as rain. Spring will come. 2 more months, maybe less. It's time.
Miss, what are you waiting
You
for?
mean here in Martinez?
She takes a drag, slow and long.
I'm waiting for the miracle to happen. It'll take one to get me out of the mess I'm in.
And what would that miracle be?
The return, of course. Now, I know I'm not from around here. I would only be hitchhiking. The return is a big hit in the industrial espionage circles. A lot of desperate, seedy types there. All screwed in this unipolar world.
What is the return?
Don't you know, sir? I thought you were from around here. You look like Mr. Revachol.
You know, I'm a bit spotty about a great many things, like being a cop, for
The
example.
return is part urban myth, part political science. It's a fool's hope, sir. And it's also all I've got. They say there will be an event, that it will happen somewhere here, in Revachol West. They say it will happen soon, and that it will change everything.
Le retour.
Lieutenant says, his forehead furrowed. He puts his notes down. Some political event? How do you know of this?
As I said, there's talk. In the competitive intelligence crowd, a lot of people, like me, we need a new color on the map. It's all blue, you see, and that blue doesn't like us.
You came all this way because of a rumor?
No. I came all this way on a false passport and some money. To hide, mostly. In the most volatile part of the Real Belt, where it's easiest to disappear. Where the walls are still porous and you can slip through. This is just something to get me through the night, you know? A little espérance.
Still, the story influenced her choice of where to run. It must have some hidden layers.
How soon will it happen?
Soon. But it's been soon for almost half a century now, so don't hold your breath. No need to worry, Lieutenant. I'm sure the streets will not erupt in seditious violence just yet.
These streets? I'm not so sure, miss.
The return of what exactly?
Of the king, of the nation, of communism, return on investment. I don't know exactly. It's meant to be vague, as promises generally are. But at the same time, I mean, things can't go on like this forever. Something will give. It always does.
Is this why you said you would like to surrender in a free Revachol?
Yeah, I guess it is.
Thanks. One last question. Do you really think it'll happen?
I do.
She lights another one. So do I.
I agree, Detective. Something is coming. Trouble. It will be a hot spring. I don't know what exactly, but...
He shakes his head.
Something is happening in this city. I can feel it. When I'm out here at night.
Her thought trails off. The wind picks up again. Above her, a great cumulus cloud rises, ready to fall down as precipitation. April will come, then May. A month, maybe 2 from now. You shudder. The feeling dissipates. The thought ends.
Why do I feel like you've won here?
I really don't know, sir. I certainly don't feel like I've won. I feel like shit, sir. All the time.
Same,
She
girl.
smiles. A bitter little smile. She means it.
But this turned out well for you. You've slipped past all suspicions.
Clearly, I haven't. We're having this conversation, aren't we? How well could it have gone, I mean?
The wet wind, heavy with brine and industrial pollution from the stacks nearby, ruffles her hair.
I'm stuck in Martinez just like all of us. I've been up here for... I don't know how long now. I like to call this my rooftop containment facility.
What are you contained for, then?
For my sins, of course. The long-standing sins of a bad, frivolous person. For destroying my first love. For working for bad people. The list goes on and on.
This all turned out well enough for you. You somehow managed to not become a suspect.
Did I? Why do I still feel suspicion hanging over me, then? What I managed was to get him killed. I'm the love that does people in, remember?
The lieutenant looks away, over the railing. He feels uncomfortable with this conversation. He doesn't know what to add.
Something feels off with this theory that we've developed about Ruby.
I don't know what to say.
It all seems fortuitous for you.
None of this is fortuitous for me.
The dried flowers on the roof. Would Ruby have left them? These don't fit with anything.
The what? Oh, those ones. I don't know, sir. I said I have no idea what to make of them. Honestly, I think they're just trash. I mean, there's no reason for me to think they're somehow connected to her.
She nods, slowly, carefully even. There is suddenly a strange glint in her eyes. Not malicious, but dangerous.
Alright. That's just about everything we're gonna have to do with her. So, if there's a crowd downstairs, if it's evening time, we'll sing karaoke. At least we'll try to. And then we're gonna be calling it for Disco Elysium for the night. And I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna come back with some Evil Within for a late night horror stream. I feel like we're still not gonna get the bonus for it being evening yet. We definitely need to give us some boosts to drama.
The stage
let's
is
take a look.
You feel a little
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Cannot be retried, so no, we are not ready. I'm so mad that we reduced our chances. We have a -1 to drama from our thoughts. Which one is that? The remote viewer's decision. I do like the -1 difficulty to all psych passives with that though. So I don't know if I want to get rid of that. We need it though. So I really want to pass this check. I could get cheeky about it and do the safe scummy bullshit, but I don't like doing that, you know. How much does that increase our chances by?
The stage is you feel it.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
We'll try, and if not, then I'm gonna be cheeky and load the quick save. I'm not gonna, like, keep loading back and forth to make it happen, but...
The stage is all you feel.
So, are you ready for your thing now?
The air is thick with anticipation. The tape clicks into the carousel, and then the music starts.
I would often go there, to the tiny church there. the smallest church in San, though it once was larger. How the realm may rest there, down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there, in that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
Not bad.
Rather lonely applause echoes through the mostly empty cafeteria. Skart.
Yes, not bad at all.
Lieutenant joins in. You feel your hand shake as awareness of your body returns to you. Thank you. I don't need big crowds. I just need my friends.
Okay, yes. I'm going to unplug the microphone, so you can get off the stage now.
Okay. Well, that was fun. That was cool. We're gonna go ahead and save. We're gonna call it on Disco Elysium for the night. And as I said, I'm gonna take a little break, and I'll be back on with Evil Within. Probably gonna start back up around like 10:30, 10:45 or so. Somewhere around that. 11 o'clock at the latest. But yeah, next time we play Disco Elysium, it'll probably be like, either Sunday or Monday sometime, maybe. And hopefully we get to progress far enough that we get to meet people and get our gun back. We can still wander around part of the town and find some other people that we haven't finished talking to, like Classier up there, because obviously there is still plenty we hadn't talked to, or we had plenty of things we hadn't talked to her about, rather. But so there's probably plenty of other people that we have missed part of their conversations and stuff. We can go back and find that while we're waiting to meet people about the gun, and before we go to meet Ruby, because I'm really nervous about it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm nervous about everything changing in the game. I know the game was really warning me that things were not going to be the same afterwards, and I just have this really bad feeling. So I guess we'll just have to see, though, you know? But if there's anybody hanging out and lurking, thanks for being here. Maybe I'll see you later on tonight for Late Night Horror Stream, and if not, then I'll just see you around. I'll be back on tomorrow night for Late Night Horror Stream, And then Friday is going to be FromSoft Friday with Elden Ring. We're going to be fighting Mesmer. And then Saturday, we're going to be playing Lies of P for Souls-like Saturday. And be doing the Grand Exhibition or something like that. Whatever comes after King of Puppets. But yeah, thanks for being here. I will see you around. This has been A Boy Named Sue, coming at you live straight from Baked Potato. Bye-bye.